we're back. So last night we got through, I think, the first half of the first mission pack, Scourge of Armagon, and we're playing through On Nightmare Mode, which is the first mission pack for Quake 1, and trying to finish it up tonight. Start the next one, see how far we can get, maybe get to, if we finish that up, we'll get to some of the other kind of mission packs that were released for arguably the best first-person shooter that came out in 1996. Prove me wrong. Let's get going. Okay. All right, so we were in mission 3 of episode 2. We just kind of started in this cavern before we called it last night. So let's resume our right. We have a boar. This guy up here. I didn't think I could see him. Oh, yeah, well there's a lightning gun, there's a shambler. He will be missed. That he will not be missed. This actually reminds me of this level, and I wonder if there's any connection. So, in addition to having one of my favorite campaign modes and styles, Quake 1 was also one of the first games to have one of the first, not the first, I would say, a very active online modding scene. In that game modes like Capture the Flag, Team Fortress, all kind of originated with Quake's online multiplayer. And this actually looks like one of the castle levels for the one of the Capture the Flag mods. Good God, boars. It's interesting how this did a lot more with the triggers based off of killing enemies, which you saw a little bit of. And so this, again, as we were discussing last night, lots of fun little scripted gadgets that didn't really need to do. But they did, just for the effect, for that kind of coolness factor of being able to interact with the game in that way. All right, this super awkward horn of summoning or whatnot. So I guess that summons like a random enemy to fight for you, because my first horn was a dog, and he did not last very long. He was a good dog, but he did not. Yeah, get in there. I'm dead. Where's the Shambler go? Pretty sure there was a Shambler. He said, being hit by a Shambler. Just been like an awkward spawn or something. Yeah, hi Fooble. Yeah, I've been playing Quake 1 off and on my stream. Playing through the original campaign, and I'm playing through the mission packs that came out, 96, 97. Thank you for the host, sir. I hadn't actually tested that widget before, so that's cool to see that work. He's right there. My god, more Vors. So many Vors. Some would say too many Vors. I would agree with him. Do I even need to go fight them? Probably not. How's Red Dead coming along, Fooble? Nice. I never did finish that. I got like 3/4 of the way through. I really enjoyed it, but I never got a chance to see it through. It's one of those things that slipped away. GTA 4. Okay, cool. So I'm curious, when you stream open world games, do you do as much side content as possible? Do you just kind of like mainline the main quest? What's your strategy there? Depends on the game. I guess that makes sense. I would guess certain games that have open world content, I'd be more excited doing the side content than others, right? Like certain games I don't want to spend the 20 hours, whatever that it'll take to do all the side stuff. But if it's like Witcher, though, I would play a playthrough of The Witcher, like 3, with doing all the side quests and stuff. What is going on up there? Oh god. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. If it helps the main quest go smoother than doing side content. Makes sense. any of the keys yet, and already gold is there, the silver is here. And more wars. 1 health. Everything is fine. Oh yeah, the expansion. That was the... Was that like the zombie-ish expansion? It was like... Yeah, I did not play any of that. Yeah, I think that was the reason I didn't hear enough good things about it to I think it was worth the money, and at that time the hard drive space. I got 1 hit point, you guys. These little zombies and their little bats. It's cool. I could use some health. I could really use some health right now. Oh look, some health. That won't work out, man. Oh, I shouldn't have used last rocket on these guys because they get a little. Well, they're content just to stay up there, and then I think we'll beat you guys. Oh, jumpy boy. So yeah, we see more of these kind of specific level design focused on kind of selling the theme of the level, whereas in the other games, in the main campaign, it was just sort of castle-y stuff. But this mission pack is definitely some levels that attempt to sell you that this is a cemetery. These are catacombs, not just a spooky name for it. So they're definitely sustaining that theme, which is cool. The level design is pretty cool. We are seeing... I'm out of grenades. More higher fidelity brushwork here on in some of the levels. Oh, this... All right, the hammer. This thing was so weird. It's like a poor man's axe that doesn't do as well. I don't know why I grabbed that. Yeah, they should talk after we these. Yeah, we're definitely seeing a trend in this mission pack that, at least level design wise, their thought went into making it feel like, although like some of the texture work here, like this, it's been this weird hybrid, right? We've seen this weird hybrid of very cool brushwork, cool, like lots of polys and triangles, and then rooms like this that are just boxes that are textured in literally a second. And we've seen that all throughout this mission pack, which is kind of baffling. It almost feels like, and we said a little bit of this yesterday, but it almost feels like it was kind of like 3/4 baked. Like they either ran out of time or they had big plans but didn't have the memory to see it through. I don't know. It's very strange. I guess let's do this so I have it, but I don't care about it. Where are you going? Don't open doors. You know, like what? What is this, 9? What does the hammer go to? Oh, 0. Oops. Hello, sir. I see you, tiny steps. Yeah, it's very secret. This very useful. Like this pack also featured items like, so it has what? Has the laser cannon, which feels way out of place. I mean, it has the shield, which I guess prevents some damage over time. The weird hammer, the proximity, it just has a lot of fiddly things. I'm not sure. A lot of which really adds value. Like, the proximity mine thing is cool, right? Like, it's cool to be able to do that. That's a neat thing. Oh, sure. But the laser gun just feels like a... Oh boy, this is... yeah. Platforming in first-person shooters. Obviously... Two Shambler. I guess the idea is you lure them into the lightning. I said lure them. They're not feeling very lury. Eh, sort of. Come on. Three Shamblers. Wow. This is a great sound. Okay. Now what? Do I just live with the pain of... What the shit are these? I took way too much damage there. Those are... I forgot about those creepy spiked flesh balls. Ew. A little bit of Z fighting here. This might be the Quake special mentioned though, not the level design. Okay, so we got the gold key. A little low on the ammo, but not gonna worry about him. Okay, so what's the plan here? I do still have that penta way... How far back is that penta, actually? Now that I think about it. Let's take a little trip. This is not the trip I was looking for. Not in there. Not in gold, it was up these stairs. Because if we get the penta, we can just kind of force it a little bit and just... Right, all the boars. That's gonna be a long time to run back and get the penta. We could pick up some ammo back here at least. Oh come on! I should be able to make that jump. Okay, whatever. I guess we're okay. This is at the very least worth our time to go. Oh, less worth our time. Increasingly less worth our time. Let's go do it. Get the ammo. We'll checkpoint back there just so we can be a little more prepared to deal with things. Not go up the stairs. I mean, up the those stairs because the door will be there. Thanks. That's right. I just be there, so grab ammo. And we'll grab the Penta and just make a run for it and see how close we can get to the Shamblers. Excuse me. Okay, he stole my lightning gun. Give that back. Squirt back. Not sure we're gonna be able to get there in time. At least it prevented some portion of the damage, yeah. Alright, well, we'll checkpoint that anyway. Not sure. Alrighty, Fooble. Thanks for stopping by, man, and thanks for the host. As always, appreciate it. As I lightning into the water, like a smart guy. I think there actually might be a limit on those, and I'm hitting that limit instead of actually doing damage with it. Too close. Okay, one. There's your friend. No, nobody wants these stupid given things. Alright. See, that's a very cool thing that they didn't have to do, the whole persistent coffin thing through the different levels. It's a nice touch. This is the crypt. Getting a little light on names now, but ooh, that was a lot of grenade to the face. fun. I think he's a little stuck. Aw. He wasn't meant to be in such a tiny little coffin. Oh right, it's Mjolnir. Mjolnir. I forgot about that. I didn't set my... Oops. Mouse up, that's not for my... I can't get to my... Can't get to my hammer, otherwise for some reason. I mean, that was rude of me to intrude on him while he was sitting in the dark. That's my bad. So really. I'm a little less taken with the architecture here. The upside down crosses with the skull is a little played, a little hacked. I mean, even for the likes of Quake and Doom, it's a little... We get it. This is a... Although, like the crypt, see, we have the... It's some mixed messages here. We have right side up crosses here. These warring factions of Christians and Satanists who share this crypt. Probably not. I like the use of the wind tunnels as a platform instead of just a generic thing given for you guys. That looks so evil. It's blocked off to me. So mean. Per our Quake 1 doctrine, we don't grab power-ups if we don't intend to use them immediately. Boy, I hate these things. They're not the top 5 worst enemy, but the fact that they can steal and use your weapons against you is a... It's both cool and very frustrating. It's cool that they were able to modify the engine to allow for that. So I'm sure that was not as easy as it seems to do that. Just what you want to see staring at you from a great distance. Nope. Room over there. Shambler number 2. Well, that's just awkward. I mean, clearly that's what they intended to happen in this room. To try and beat the Shamblers to go through these, Dragon Slayer, what are they called in Monster Hunter World? The giant pneumatic pneumatic spear that would fire out from the main ship. Nope. There's just a party down there, look at that. They're having a good time down there. War missiles do not work well. Low ground. High ground, I should say. Yeah, this not my favorite map of the mission pack. Where did he go? Probably a bunch of zombies, or nope, even worse. Oh, there are zombies. That's right. More triggers with enemies. Pretty neat. Yeah, I feel like this level is tonally. Oh, that's just over. Hello, we'll see you later. Which I'm sure you even encountered the awkwardness of saying hello to someone while also saying goodbye to them. That is your name, but thank you for stopping by all the same. How you doing today? This is Mortem's Keep, the 5th mission. I bet. What? That sounds vaguely familiar. This is the first mission pack, Scourge of Armagon, that was put out by Hipnotic, a studio that would later be called Ritual. They put out Sin. And a bunch of other ports and stuff until they were dissolved in 2007. So this was one of the official, one of the 2 official mission packs that came out for Quake 1. So they added a bunch of different, not a bunch, a few different weapons, a couple new enemies, most of which weapons seem to be more for show than for function, but there's some new stuff. The goal is to go through the maps. I went through all of the first campaign, or the base campaign, and kind of talking about the levels and, you know, my memory of them, and some like level design, game design observations and things, and just not going for a speed run or 100%, just kind of exploring the content and revisiting it, and in this case, playing it for like the third time or second time. Just trying to see what it's doing. Obviously need the gold key. That's right, go fight him. Oh, he did. Like this weird horn of summoning that randomly gives you a follower, just like we'll see you later. Just follow me. Thank you very much for your follow. Appreciate that. We'll see what we got. A dog. He was a sparkly dog. We got 2 sparkly dogs. We're just gonna follow me around, I guess. Get them. Yeah, they're not great. I prefer getting the Hell Knights as guardians. Did you play a lot of Quake 1 at all, Sealander? You seem to recognize it as not a core campaign map, so I'm curious. There's so many of these stupid little guys. They certainly love just packing the vores into these levels. What's this supposed to do? Just be a thing? Okay, cool. Yeah, like, interesting. Oh, so occasionally it's like a trap that I can trigger. We seen a little bit more of that in the second missions, which is kind of cool. We were up there earlier. That's it. Oh, I keep switching to shells, but I don't have enough. Wow, we're surprisingly low on ammo. Up until now, it's been pretty generous with the ammo packs. Why my dog survived? That's nice. Does he have any ammo? I doubt it. Hello there, new house. How are we today? Sounds like you should get more coffee, and then come watch more me play some Quake and try not to die through yet another vor. I'm more of a tea guy, but I feel you. I don't quite feel the like my day has started if I don't have some caffeine going. See, this is weird. Like, they didn't really mix the dog in the base game of Quake. They didn't really mix the dogs in the spooky fantasy levels. And they feel a little out of place here. This is the second episode, map 5 of the first mission pack. Mortem's Keep. I will admit, I thought that this scrag was alive when I shot it. I think we should be able to finish up this tonight and probably start the... Yeah, I think it has 3 episodes. I don't remember. I haven't looked it up because I like to just explore. Yeah, that. Just to, you know, see where it takes me essentially. But yeah, I think it has 3 episodes total, and this is, I believe, the end or close to the end of the second one. Okay, I'm just gonna let you guys. Alright, well, excuse me. Yep, that's nice. Just running past. Yeah, we'll try and get through. I think what we're going to do is, the plan is to play all the way through this mission pack, the second official mission pack, the something of Dissolution, I forget its name. We're going to play through the mission pack that Machine Games put out a couple years ago. And then there's a couple very recent community mission packs which are very good. I will be checking out. That assumes I make it out of here. Okay. We'll shot him. Pathing on the friendly enemies not so great. Huh? No, he's not gonna make it there. Right, that's where that lightning was. This is the key room. Thought he was dead. Crap. Yeah, we were using checkpoints, you know, quick saves, because it would take 3 times as long to try and beat these missions on Nightmare. Yeah, Vorballs. I was saying... Right, I was saying this last night when I was streaming, that whoever wrote the pathing code for those things is both a jerk and really smart, because they're so hard to shake if you don't have altitude. I'm going to actually use my new sticky grenade. Not new, but... Okay, I'm officially out of ammo. Let's go axe this guy. As successful as I expected. Okay, we can do that better. Ammo has been really light in this level, and I've not seen that to this extent before. Yeah, the weird flesh balls, I've encountered a few of those. I'm not a fan. Though they don't seem to track as bad as the war balls do. Alright. Though yeah, they're like living mines or something. But they always put them near where a bunch of other enemies are. Yep. See, they just sort of just like that. They end up exploding before I really have to deal with them. And they end up doing my work for me, right? So, interesting idea. I'm not sure if it was executed very well. Yeah, it'd be neat to set up a sort of a Rube Goldberg machine of various, because the thing that Hipnotic does very well are all the fun little sort of gadgets that they made out of the level, right? Like you have like the drawbridge switches and the coffins and the coffin lids and stuff. Like there's like a lot of cool little weird gadgets that they did with that. They didn't really need to do that, but where in the shit was that? Is he? Oh, he's below me, isn't he? Yup. Oh, he's still alive. Yeah, no, it was... there we go. Yeah, it's very cool, right? Like, it's something that they obviously could do because they had more time with the engine. They probably had a little more memory. I mean, Quake was put out on CD, but I'm sure they were still operating under a memory budget of some kind. But yeah, the wall clocks and the mine level with the, you know, that we did that last night with the minecart rails and the debris falling from the ceiling. Just, yeah, it was very cool. It felt very cool to see that in a 3D game, which at the time this was, you know, one of the first 3D shooters, or the first 3D shooter technically. If you don't, yeah, first 3D shooter, where you were like even to see that in motion felt cool. And yeah, now it looks a little awkward because it's, you know, the textures are low res, but it's a very cool idea. Well, you're not doing great health and ammo wise here. We're looking back. Okay, that's right. That's where we came from. Wait. Oh. Okay. So yeah, we're not getting power-ups unless we absolutely need them, because in Nightmare mode you need them sometimes. What is the purpose of this? Like, and I've also noticed this in at least the Hypnotic levels, that they put a lot of power-ups near enemies, like big batches of enemies, after you kill them. Like, that Penta right now is useless to me because I don't need it right now. And to just grab it by instinct is, I mean, I don't know if it's a thing that they designed for, or if, like, if they want you to, like, go down there and fight for the prize. I don't know. I've seen it with some quads too, where it's like, why put a quad behind a bunch of enemies if I can't get down to it easily? My doggy's still alive. Okay. A little dearth of health here. It's weird. I keep thinking this is going to lead me somewhere. Unless I have to get the penta. That's dumb. Let's try and get the penta, see if it does anything for me. Okay. So in this... Okay. I don't feel great about that, but it's fine. I mean, it's kind of a neat concept, I guess, to make you need to get a power up to progress. But it sort of forces you to go through the content a specific way instead of doing it the way that you want, which not always a good idea. But we've accomplished our goal of getting the key. With our 9 health, we can progress. Go away. Didn't mean to get stuck there, did not mean to do that. Ah. Yeah, that's technically a spike mine. Now we know. I do that for science. Also, like, it makes a weird little, fun little sound too when it comes out. Like a okay, so now it's just whooping my ass all of a sudden. Sir. Fine. I'll use those actually. Didn't know in Quake there was one secret you had to push Keysible. Yeah, they really played with the secrets in Quake 1, and I definitely didn't go through them all during my playthrough. I tried to hit the ones that I remember, but they really got creative with some of the ways to do secrets, and I never I mean I probably looked them up when I first played it and like back in the day, but it would be interesting, probably not very entertaining, but to try and go through and manually find all the secrets in the level without knowing where they are. This weird shield that like blocks a few hits. I'm still not clear on what this thing does. It's the shield of empathy, but oh, this bodes well. Yep. Yeah, like blocks some hits, but not others. I don't honestly know. I haven't looked it up. Can we just cheese this? No. It looks like it blocks some hits that I take. What's happening here? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what its purpose is. Well, I see the thing also electrocutes them a little bit. That's interesting. Yeah, like you hear it clanging. Maybe it also hurts them too. I mean, it's the shield of empathy. I wonder if it also does damage to the person who's attacking me. That would kind of make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kill them. They're gonna kill me too fast before I can get to the exit. It's like a metal, like a guitar riff that happens when they take damage from the shield. Very Romero of them to do. He's through. Okay, there's one left maybe? He's pissed. There's like half a dozen ogres up there. I'm sure there's something to do with the lightning devices that are there that can damage them, but maybe? I'll try that, certainly. Oh, right, like the thing... Oh, there's a button back there. Maybe I need to mash that somehow. But getting through is... Yeah, because it looks like you can interact with it some way. Try and shoot it? No, I need to press it. Pressing it. But yeah, pressing it blows it up. But we just need to survive to be able to do that. So let's try and do this. Try and get some to double up the rockets so I can save on ammo. Yeah, 3 Shamblers is a large amount of Shamblers. And they haven't really been afraid to deploy them in the mission pack. Oh, he's free. One Shambler boy left, and the 7 ogres on top. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't have the nails or the cells, to be honest. So I'm kind of forced to. Okay, it's that last one that's always. Okay. So I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to get the ammo, but they're just. It's such a huge sustain of damage. Oh, I can't. We'll give it a few more shots here. See what we can do. I might backtrack through the level. And yeah, maybe some of the secrets have ammo. This is the first time in the whole series of I don't. Yeah, I could always add through cheats, but this I'm trying to do it. At least if I really get stuck, I'll just add something else or something. But I'll try and do it the natural way if I can. More inclined to go probably backtracking for ammo, to be honest, and not get hit. One. Okay, that was a decent amount. to... I think I'm okay to save it. Sure, I did. It's been done. Where's this guitar riff coming from that I keep hearing? Oh, there goes my... Now, if I can get around the thing enough with him... Oh, also the lightning is hurting me. Okay, let's do a little backtracking. I said backtracking. Yeah, see, this is the first time in... How do I get those cells? Playing the main campaign and this that I had to... Oh, okay. That'll certainly help. How do I get the... Yeah, it... Yeah, and the ammo distribution in this level is, like I said, the first that I really found kind of wanting. I usually had just enough ammo in Nightmare to get the job done up to now. So, I wonder if they, you know, didn't quite get the balance of the ammo. Okay, we got a few more nails here. Might want to finish this guy off. Okay, so he's dead. That's a win for us. So, not getting hit by these lightning bolts that the thing puts out is another problem. It feels like a timer thing that I just waited out, but it seems to activate when I get near it, which is... Maybe... Activate it and then... I can't even get around the bend, because as soon as I go around the bend here, I get zapped by the lightning. Like, I'm getting killed by these... by the apparatus here. Not by any of the enemies. See, as soon as I... Oh. That's really annoying. Let's go find some health, I guess. In worst case scenario, I guess that... No, that penta was used. I went down here to... Oh, I did, actually. I feel like I need just like a little bit of health to get through that part. Or get killed by zombies. That works too. Super worst case scenario, I'll just console past it because I feel like I've demonstrated my ability to deal with it with the situation without needing to you know, bring my doggy with me here, have him. The penta. Oh, there's still a fiend down there. That's nice. It's nice for him. All right. Feels dirty. Is that what it is? Oh, impulse. Let's do this. Good God. No, I'm just. I want to leave. Okay. I don't feel bad. don't feel bad about that. You're free to judge me otherwise, but yeah, just not giving you a lot of ammo, and 3 plus 2 more Shamblers, and not being able to get around there. Yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't play optimally, but yeah. Pass by the gate of Boredom's Keep, a wave of nausea suddenly flows over you, and you find yourself cast out into a liquid void. Ooh. You float lifelessly, yet aware, in a lavender sea of energy. That sounds nice, but it smells nice there. For what seems like an eternity? Yeah, I felt like I put my time in on that level, and I don't feel bad about goosing it a bit in the end. After what feels like what seems like an eternity, you feel the presence of. Oh, by the way, these Shamblers going after me, I guess, is really adding to the atmosphere of this situation. For the presence of a diabolical intelligence, you are held helpless for a moment as your mind is open to that of Armagon, Quake's general and master of this realm. Recognizing you as the one who foiled his attempt to conquer Earth, a hellish howl fills your mind and blots out all consciousness. When you awake, you find yourselves on the shores of reality, in a time and place unknown to you. So, right, 3rd episode, Tour Torment, and we are, because it's a new episode, where all of our guns are taken away. We start fresh again. We get to kind of, nope, I don't want to see you more. Oh, that doesn't, it doesn't, that's very ominous, new house, to hear someone say that. I'm sure this will be fine. Maybe. Oh, I guess I probably should be using that for the acid water. Oh, well. How can I kill zombies without a grenade launcher? It's just... It can't be done. Wait, there's nothing over there? Okay, well, we'll... Spike mine. I'm sure this will be fine. Given what we just experienced in the last map, I'm not so sure. Do our best. I was really enjoying the pace of this mission pack up until now, to be honest. I want to get the most out of my goods. Where does that spike jerk coming from? Oh, I see. Sir, I need you to not. Alright. Let's do this a little more strategically. Where is it? Where? There we go. Okay. It's the kind of this level design where they talk to each other and say things that were easy. Yeah, I guess like there's a natural. You want there to be a natural difficulty curve, right? You want it to feel a little harder, but you also want to feel like you have a chance of beating it, right? I mean, I'm on nightmare mode. I'm not expecting it to be a walk in the park, but I do expect to be given the resources to be able to beat the map with some degree of wiggle room there. Oh, that was almost bad. These jerks. You guys can steal my gun and use it on me. Speaking of jerks. Come on. Okay, well now I can take his ride. Yeah, like, give me enough ammo to... Oh, crap. Like, look at this. Just 4 vor here, because they can, right? Not... Right, yeah. It's... And... Yeah, at least give me enough ammo in the map in general to be able to do that, and I'm fine with that, because I'll work around that. But, yeah. And, like, I feel like what they were doing really well in the first two episodes was kind of like the theming of it. You know, we had catacombs and crypts and cathedrals and stuff, and those felt like what they were trying to be. This is just, here's a weird, not really super gothic fantasy thing, just an acid mountain with zombies in the acid. It feels more like just a hodgepodge than a refined aesthetic. Hi. Sure, we have ourselves a little trap we need to work around. Like they're not necessarily being too generous with like even just shells, right? I'm not asking for rockets at every turn, but I forget what that is. I don't want to take damage right now. We'll come back to it if we want cells. Hello, War number 2. Whoa! That looked really weird. So they're just popping up. Just popping around. These guys are having fun. Like, these are fiends who know how to party. Like, I'm not, like, wasting a ton of ammo. Okay, I'll stop bitching about ammo. Yeah, just consistency, I think, is what we're concerned about. It's delicious red armor. And zombies. Like, I'm now getting to the point where I'm going to stop fighting things because it's a waste of ammo, which is not particularly great. Other than this guy because he's in my way. Right, and actually gets silver key. Was there a way Did I just miss, or was this just an awkward chamber that didn't do anything? Awkward chamber that didn't do anything. Okay, take that health back. So both sides of the map are behind the blue key. So even if I take a ride back, I'm still blocked by blue key access. Yeah, I don't remember there being a ton of bugs with things falling through the world in Quake. It's certainly not. I've definitely seen corpses that will misbehave in terms of falling through, but it's certainly possible. Anything's possible in software. Let's get past there. I guess that probably just opens up to the first area, but. So this is just more of an acid pit for acid pit's sake. Someone's still around. I can hear them making spooky sounds. Alright, let's go to the other side. See if anything looks different. But I mean, I like this. This is yeah, that's true. The more kind of indie mappers things can go a little more awkward than before. Yeah, I believe I went up. Come on. Oh boy. I've already, yeah, this is a very awkward level for a number of reasons. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I'm seeing new enemies, which is telling me something's. Yeah, this is just the other side of that. I was already so. The only thing that the silver key does is just give me the ability to go to the other side without riding the rails. So I guess we'll resume our adventures on the other side then. I do like this ride though. It's a neat little conveyance. Little key and cup. Oh yeah, so there's the blue key up there. Yeah. Sorry, the silver key. Yes. To what? I mean, we'll make our way up there, I guess, if we can. For sure, I went up. Did I not go up? All the way up? I did not. Okay. Well, my fault then. Shooting rockets against the wall. Bad for your health. What did that do for me? I would have to. I'm trying to save power-ups at Nightmare until I really need them, and I don't really need. Okay. And Mjolnir is here. And now we're gonna do this. And by this I mean blow my face off with rockets. Yeah, which I mean I totally like New House when maps do that too. I like, if it's done right, I like feeling constrained. Because it's more of a challenge if you're not able to just to kite everything. Okay, so I guess grab the ring and escape. That's probably a use for this. Save ammo on. Just at the very least, just to save ammo on having to kill those guys. Yeah, this mission pack definitely has a lot more tight spaces design-wise than the original did. So we're just gonna say thank you for your service, guys, and be on our way. Look at these little jerks. Yeah, like my favorite encounters or the monsters are the ones that you can that have multiple ranges, so you can not necessarily cheese them, but you can kind of feather that space between, like Hell Knights have it, Ogres have it to an extent. Shimblers sort of have it too, where you can feather where they're going for the melee animation versus the range. You can try to work on that space to get some damage in without taking a whole lot of damage yourself. But yeah, I like tight spaces. Certainly mess with that math, right? You can't necessarily kite them as well as you'd like to. Okay, so there's multiple things happening. And now I get a quad for my trouble. Just shit. I didn't mean to do that. So those floaty jerks are quickly becoming, yeah, there's just, they don't feel great. And especially if you can't see them coming, it becomes trial and error, which is just not fun. That's just the quad up there. That's cool. I'll hang on to that if and when we need it. Okay, getting a little more ammo. Oh, Shambler in there. Hello. Is that a boar back there? No, it's the horn of something. Just fine. Oh, I got my own Shambler. Everything is perfect now. Hi. We're gonna have lots of fun, yeah. Come on. Ah. It's a great way to save ammo, is have someone else do it for you. But we'll help out. We don't want him to die. That'd be devastating. Wouldn't it? Yes. Did you take care of these guys then? That'd be great. These are cool. These are neat to understand the meaning of a payoff on finding secrets. Yeah. Yeah, certain secrets you want to feel like like there's reward in finding a secret. There's its own reward, right? But you also want to get something, even if it's just ammo. That's gold. That's better than most power-ups in my opinion. These are some interesting. I'm gonna just no clip real quick to look at what these are. I think they're dog. Oh, okay, cool. They're like dog statues. That's cool. Or yeah, that's neat. All right, let's go, Shambler. We got things to do. You and I. He's very sparkly. Come back. Where are you going? Okay, so we brought back the nail scorpions from the first episode of this fishing pack, and Shambler is stuck on stairs, so we have to deal with ourselves. Come, kind of like nudge him down this way. You can do it. I believe in you. No? Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing, Newhouse, that I've experienced in some games where, like Doom 3 had that issue of the monster closets, right, where there were so many of them. It's certainly not as interesting or engaging to not feel like you can react to things in the map. If they just come behind you and they scare you and they put you at ill at ease, then that's fine. But if they just kill you, then you're not having a good time. If you don't feel like you have any agency over what's happening to you. Okay, that looked pretty cool. I want to see that without the scorpion harassing me. Okay, that looks cool. That's the Quake symbol in, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I mean, probably. Yeah, so that's... Yeah, it's a very cool architecture. Like they're playing with the Quake symbol, like more destructible terrain. That's cool. I guess we're back to a base now. Thanks. We have the slipgate floor here, which we only have for base levels usually, or levels that are connected to base levels. I like when they use this soundtrack for the main map. The original game did not do that. It was only used for the interstitials between episodes. Was that previous maps? I think so. Oop. Back to where I thought it was. Yeah, I think the yeah, I guess it wasn't technically a slipgate, which is weird that there would be a slipgate floor. This is our main hub, it looks like. We have silver and gold keys. Yeah, now I'm curious. Got me thinking. Yeah, I think this is meant to emulate where the portal let you out. Though you want to get nerd technically, Quake lore nerd technically, there wouldn't be a slipgate platform there. But it doesn't matter. So ogres and we're doing some unusual mixing of units. Usually ogres don't appear on maps that have the soldiers on them. Well, that's not true. Well, that have the enforcers on them. Sorry, the ones with the lasers, but it's not that weird. Yeah, no, I meant the enforcer guys, the guys who shoot lasers, not the soldier guys, 'cause they definitely show up. They're in, yeah, as you said, E1M2. I mean, and it feels fine, right? Like the point. Yeah, like, and that's cool. I liked in vanilla where they kept those fairly separate. Like you would see the fantasy and tech not mixing all that much, but it's a very cool aesthetic when they do it, and it makes sense. I mean, let's be honest, the story in Quake is not a very deep and rich tapestry of content, but you know, these are people who've invaded this world from ours, so that there would be a mix of them. It was, I think I meant more of like a design choice to mix the different enemy types. Oops, that was dumb. But yeah, that's one of the biggest appeals for me. New House is, yeah, the very cool blend of gothic fantasy with tech, and I wish there were more games that blended those two genres. I just stood there and let him shoot me. And yeah, I definitely agree that enforcers are basically the imps. Did I even come up here last time? I did, yes. I do plan on doing once I run out of Quake content, I plan on doing a big Doom stream, or series of streams through Doom 1, 2, 3, and the new Doom from 2016. We got ways to go from good there. Yeah, that's fair. Though, yeah, as long as they weren't like hit scan weapons, if they had some, if they were a projectile that you could dodge, that would totally make sense. Oh god, oh god. Yep, I saw it. It is starting to feel a little like hodgepodge on this map, though, in terms of the enemies that we're encountering. So you like lasers, huh? I think we've seen every enemy in Quake on this level except the Shambler and a Boar so far, and I'm sure those are coming. I definitely hit it, because that's just not what I'm supposed to do. Okay, feeling reasonably good about our ammo so far. That's cool. Newhouse with the follow. Thank you very much, man. It's been a pleasure talking with you. So if you like me going on about Quake and Doom, then this is the channel for you. I know he's down there. I know you're down there. Yeah. Yeah, it's... I might actually... I think the plan is to do all of Quake, do Doom, and then probably do like Painkiller. Those games are in the vein of these in a way that I've liked. And they're a little more modern. I mean, we'll play Doom. Doom 2016, that's extremely modern, but yeah, we're gonna kind of just, I also try and do other stuff, you know, do some strategy games here and there, and do some odds and ends in my Steam library, but late night stuff will almost always be shooters. And good ones. Yeah, I actually, Painkiller, I play through Quake once a year. I play through Painkiller once every few years. It still holds up last time I played it. There's a pretty significant single-player campaign of Painkiller. It's pretty good. They do kind of a similar Gothic motif in a lot of levels, and some of the level design is really good. So we'll be doing that in the future at some point. Going through all that single player content. I never played much, if any, multiplayer Painkiller now that I think about it. Mostly just played single player stuff. Okay, so that was that. Where am I going here? Well, we have a customer. I did actually get a key though, so this hub is not extremely useful to me, but maybe it might be. Yeah, I went through all that. I did not get a key out of it. Maybe I missed it. I just went the wrong direction. How did he get back there? How did he get back there? Not a good use of health there. I was trying to get to... Alright, now we know where we're going though. Goes the wrong way after saying now we know where we're going. Burn the lava, that's where we're going. I keep mixing up these two sides. That's a cool pattern, actually. That's actually very hard to do in this engine. Not very hard to do, but very cumbersome to make brushes that small in this engine. Probably a little less annoying nowadays, but alright, so show levels are to play. Yeah, any of the Z fighting you see here where the textures flicker, I think is a product of the Quake Spasm engine, which is what I'm using to play, not necessarily the original levels. My preferred engine is actually Dark Places, but there were some issues with Dark Places and Windows 10 recently, so I had to move over to Quake Spasm. What'd you spawn? Sounds like Scrags, maybe? Like, this is... I like the overall architecture, but then you have these kind of awkward walls that... I don't know. It's the occasional miss, like, little design-wise. Okay, guess we have to short. Oh, it's right here. That's right. We heard a door open. Because we hit the button. Alright, we'll keep an eye out for anything that we didn't have access to before. So we got our Shambler. Shambler check. Legs broken check. This is an extension of that. It's pretty cool looking. Oh, alright. Ow. Nice continuation. Less great about the Shambler right there. I think you saw me. At least they give you a thing to kite him around. Limbo, yes. I've been trying to name the maps as they come up because they don't... It feels like a shame that they didn't like put a little panel or something when you first loaded into a level to get the name. Some of the names in Quake are pretty cool. I mean, they're very gothic, Romero-esque, but still. A little tight on ammo right now after that Shambler fight. Throwing a Shambler right at the beginning of a map is a little rough. I hope that's a Nightmare only thing. Stop taking those grenades right to the face. That's just such a waste of health. Oh, there's one behind me, isn't there? Yes, there is. Okay, maybe I'll just use the quad then. Usually I don't like to use these, but I don't have to, but we're trying to make the most of it as much as we can. There hasn't been gremlins that much on other maps. The gremlins they've been using pretty even-handedly. I've been finding in all the different kind of maps so far. They didn't really use them. I think they first started using them in the second episode of Hypnotic. Maybe a little bit in the first. I don't remember at this point. I can hit that button later. I got a little too excited. That's fine though. Most of the squad. He says not. Remember, you're not invulnerable. Just feels like you are. I know you're there, buddy. I choose to go in the water. I choose to run away from my problems. Maybe eating my fish. Let's backtrack a little bit. Get some health. And ammo. They did this sounds always felt a little weird. With the, like, not quite the same fidelity as the original, but I mean, it's whatever. Hardly big deal. That is a welcome secret. What? This is cool though, this kind of big canal slash sewer thing. Oops, I did not. Okay. Worst part is when you kill yourself. Okay. Hi, how you doing? No, I probably should have written that up. That's not the way to do this. I didn't deserve that. I'm gonna deal with this first. No. Let them fight a little bit. Okay. Oh, I didn't get that secret again, I don't think. With the health. Maybe I did. I'm not sure what my plan here is. I want to go that way, actually. Oh, right. The beginning. Ish. The players did not spawn the vor until these dealt with. Because I don't have any control of that anymore. Damn. Did not mean to trigger that. I keep going over there like there's going to be a thing for me to get. When in fact, there's not. Trying to use some ammo in a quasi-strategic way here. Not too bad health-wise, I mean, progress-wise. And the worst one, trying to get out for getting exploded by them or fish. Neither of those happen. Okay, so... Come on. Good, they're fighting. Gotta get clear. These scrags. Checkpoint, and then we should be good. These two work it out. Interesting that you can't actually go through that from both sides. Alright, silver key is go. Shambler is go. Being eaten by fishes. Nope, 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 nope. I feel like that Shambler did not exist. He's not waiting for me back there. Hopefully I won't have to go back there. I've got high hopes. Oh, it's the actual beginning. Was there any health I missed back here? I doubt it. I was in pretty dire straits at that point. Sure. Yet another Shambler. Yeah. What? No, I didn't crunch myself on the door. It's the word dance, Shambler. I'm not behind a thing. Yeah, that's not pretty well. Let me handle that better. next to your friend. Oh, I know who lives there. Nope, 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 nope. Unless I need to, but I don't know why I would need to. Oh, okay. Totally intentionally found the secret exit. This is part of the plan the whole time. Edge of Oblivion DM1. Is this interesting? Technically, this is a deathmatch level. I guess they repurposed it for the secret level, or one of the secret levels. I don't think I've ever seen this one at all. That's just the void. That's kind of Quake 3-esque, actually. The inky void instead of any sort of skybox or anything. Okay. I'll take my gun. Do you ever, Newhouse, what the gremlins do when they are like ripping up corpses? Are they healing, or I forget what the behavior there is. Not ready for a shambler right now. This level's weird. Oh, I thought for some reason there were 3 buttons. I guess I was just tired. Oh. Push for the quad, I guess, if we can. Hi. Excuse me. No, there's no way I'm going to be able to push past. Well, I have a decent amount of armor. But none of this war missile's going to get me as my final farewell to the world. Right. Can I follow this? I totally can. this is just kind of like a huge... Alright, we're going to do some rocket jumping to get to where we need to go. So 3 for them. Okay, well that's the way to do it though. Rocket jumps aren't as good as they used to be. So this is a weird place from which to do it. Spawned all sorts of fun guys. Alright, let's go. I just remember where the gold key goes to. Sure. I should grab that armor. This feels like a little much, I'll be honest. Alright, I'm just gonna get through this. This is not a very well designed secret level. It's basically just a giant arena of endurance, and I do not have the endurance right now. So let's just find out where we're supposed to kill the thing. I want to subject you or myself to another 20 minutes of just chaos. So there was one of these doors on the side. Yeah, like this is this is silly. Okay. Alright, back to the campaign. Oh, this feels like a boss level. Giving you all the ammo, all the weapons beforehand. There's the boss. There he is. Did it. Boss down. I guess I never actually got the normal grenade launcher, which is strange. I keep trying to switch to it, and I can only have the proximity one. Who could have seen this coming? Playing around with some new textures, or recoloring some textures. This luminescent blood thing we're doing here is interesting. Oh god. Why did I do that? Nightmare does not mean shambler at every other turn. I'm sorry, that's not what nightmare is supposed to mean. 7 health. Still alive. Anyway. Where's the ogre exactly? Okay, so he's on that side. Better than 7 health. I like the different angle they put on that button. It's cool. For fuck's sake, really? Character is fatter than I thought he was. Needs to lose some LBs. I guess this isn't a boss level. All that ammo was just, I guess, in case I had come back from the secret level, or just kind of a reset for expectations and difficulty in this, which I appreciate if that's the case. So certainly could not have done this with the no new house. This is we went through the secret level, which was a giant pain in the ass. So we just did a god code to get to the exit, and we're back on the campaign, the Gauntlet. And we got a big, basically a big ammo boost at the beginning. I think, yeah, this is the penultimate map, I believe. I don't quite have the, hello. The amount memorized for, I'm going, not where I am. Yeah, I don't remember how many there are per episode, so I don't know if it is in fact the penultimate map or not, but it seems like it is. I think 4 is usually. Why did I shoot him if I'm invisible? Why was I? Why? Make a bunch of friends real quick. thought that looked a little secret-esque. Let's see what we can do with this. Alright, let's kill by force what we can get. What we can get then. See completely. Nobody saw that. Definitely didn't just turn my face into spaghetti. I keep thinking the blood is lava, and it's not. I heard some vor spawning. Yep. Yeah, ogres and scrags together are just vicious. Just all the projectiles that you can handle, and some that you can't. Oh, why did I go up there? I knew he was up there. Yeah, I didn't deserve that life. Yeah, they have a very fast attack rate. Okay, one or two at a time are fine, but any more than that, and it gets irritating. How's he not dead already? I don't know what. I can handling these vores better. I need to die faster. Guess who's back? That was dumb. Thank you, Rainwave. How are you doing, man? I would normally be streaming rainwave.cc right now, but I like the Quake music too much. Music slash ambiance. Exactly. Yeah, How are you still over there? There's one more at least. I like this. This is actually a very cool color palette that they didn't do too much with. The deep reds and the kind of orange. They didn't do a whole lot of that in vanilla. I mean, they didn't do blood red water either, but it's cool. I just fell into it. I'm a little disoriented now because I was right here. Yeah, it's a little confusing. Lava definitely is a brighter hue though. But yeah, like when I'm being chased by things, in my periphery, I keep thinking it's lava, so I keep being afraid to go into it, and that's not what it is. So I'm like, oh god, the water. Oh wait, it's fine. A lot has happened on this map. I can see why it's called the Gauntlet. Although, not as many kills total as I expected. I already did that. Renatello, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. Playing some more of that Quake. I think I was playing that last time you were watching the stream. Yes, it's raining rains. No? Okay. That's fair. Oh, nice. Which version of Doom? Oh, the most recent Doom 2016, essentially. Doom 4, you know, super technically. That game's a lot of fun. I didn't do too much multiplayer of the new Doom. I definitely enjoyed the campaign. Intended to go back through and do the campaign on, I forget if it's called Nightmare or Iron Man or whatever, where you have like one life, basically. And you gotta chain chain combos, I think, to keep going, or if it's all just one life. I forget what the rules for it are. How was multiplayer in the new Doom? I didn't play. I didn't know if there was an active community in it, and that'd be cool if there's still people playing that in multiplayer. I mean, obviously you are, but I don't know how many others are doing it. Oh yeah. Also, I am lost. Which is awkward. Yeah, New Doom gets a very cool pace going between getting finishers to basically stay alive. Yeah, I'm definitely, once I get I'm gonna set up a streaming rig so I can not have my gaming computer capture, so it gets better, you know, not using the CPU cycles, so I can play some more modern games tend to chew up CPU, and that chokes a little bit with OBS. We're not lost anymore. Is this the end? Oh, okay. Yeah, now it's boss time. I mean, it depends, Rainwave. Sometimes you want to be lost. In that instance, I did not want to be lost because I wanted to get to the end. Okay. Speaking of the end, I have no memory of this boss fight. So, let's figure it out. It's like an imp sound. Or the first one was anyway. Oh, we're rumbling. Terrified. We have pillars from which to block things. It's a cyber demon, sort of. It's a cyber demon. He's pretty much down to the... Wow, okay. This is real. This is... Well, we should probably not get... Oh, we're going to have to watch the animation each time. Okay, so we'll quick save. After he responds. But it's the guy. It's basically a cyber demon as this fight. That's kind of funny. So like, what's a good boss fight in Doom history? Nope. Yeah, I mean, tactics weren't really... Ready to go. Well, that's how you... I mean, it's... I'm not gonna just let him kill me right away. That's how you encounter every enemy in this game, is you try and cheese them around columns if you can. I honestly assumed he would have more HP than that, but... Okay. Thanks. It's a little anticlimactic, given how difficult most of that episode was. The last echoes of Armagon's death yell fade away. You breathe a heavy sigh of relief. The loss of his magic, Armagon's fortress begins to collapse. The rift he created sent his grisly troops, not like grizzly bears, but you know, grizzly troops through time. Through time? Did we ever establish that this was there was time travel? Slowly closes and seals itself forever. The chaos that ensues, a wall collapses, revealing one remaining time portal. I don't remember this being a time thing. Did we mention time in the original, in the beginning of this mission pack? Through changes to escape, rapidly growing slim, you race for the portal, mindless your destination. Flash of light, you find yourself back at the command HQ, safe and sound. and victorious. The minions of Quake once again fallen before my mighty hand. Mostly my weapons, but the hand was part of it. Is this the last you'll see of his minions? No, because there's a second expansion. So there's a second mission pack. That we will be playing next stream. Because this is we're coming up on 3 hours, and it's a very good stopping point. But we will absolutely come back probably tomorrow night, maybe Sunday night, and play through the second mission pack. I forget its name. So as you can tell, I think I played through these once. I think it's. I just typed out it. Yes, the Dissolution of Eternity. As cool of a name as that is. So we'll be back playing that, and then some more custom Quake content. The pack that Machine Games put out, we'll stream that, and then there's a really cool mission pack that was put out a year or two ago that I'm going to play through. But really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me and chat with me. If you haven't already, I really appreciate a follow. If you follow me, I definitely appreciate that. It helps and encourages me to keep doing this. So thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time.